Hello, my name's Artemis, and it seems this fandom is full of people coming and going all the time. No pun intended there, but also that's true. And the whole nature of the fandom is constantly evolving and shifting as people join it and leave it and join it and leave it. And it kind of occurs to me I've been around for a long time, actually, probably more than a lot of people have. And there's a varying set of reasons as to why I've been able to, I guess, stick it out as much. Because not everybody does. Some people come, some people leave, some people stick around, and I've kind of done that. And I thought, wow, maybe I should let you know how I've been able to stick around for so long, how I've been able to keep enjoying this thing for so long. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Basically me just trying to find excuses as to why I'm so fucking old, and everyone's like, I used to watch you when I was a kid. I'm like, wow, why would you just call me a slur? Jesus Christ. But anyway, let's get into it. So I suppose the first thing to really come to terms with when it comes to joining this fandom is that the way the fandom is when you join it, it will never stay. It will never be that way again. It's constantly shifting, constantly evolving, new people joining, old people leaving. So however it is, when you come to this thing, you're like, oh my God, this is all amazing, I love this. Well, it ain't gonna stay that way. And that's okay. Things move on, things develop, things evolve, and you have to be flexible enough to move around with that. You know, social media hubs change all the time. Nobody really uses Tumblr anymore, and people kind of abandoned Twitter, kind of, for Blue Sky. You have to be flexible with that. Hell, I came into this thing when Vine was a big deal. Most people watching this probably don't even know what the fuck that is anymore. You have to have that level of flexibility if you want to stick around and not get too entrenched into the things that you know you love, when there's so much more out there that you could be experiencing that will become a bigger part of it. There's a quote from a Star Wars movie that no one really cares about because they all turned out to be shit. It's like, the older you get, the more you see the same eyes in different people. But the longer you're in this fandom, the more you see the same fucking bullshit issues get spun out again and again. Poodling, mersuiting, pop hoods, room lotteries, these are issues that will forever be debated because there's always new people coming into this thing who haven't had this fight yet, who have decided, oh, I'm gonna die on this hill. And you're like, that's not a hill. That's a bunch of corpses who recently died on this fucking molehill and then made it into a mountain. The key to surviving all of this stuff is recognizing that there is no fucking end to it, and therefore there's no point engaging, there's no point giving a shit. Okay, yeah, these issues might be a hot topic at the moment, but give it a week and someone will move on to something else, and you will see this shit time and time again and very quickly come to the realization that none of it's worth fucking joining in on. Maybe comment on it once, but once is all you fucking get. Otherwise, you're just going to be shouting at a brick wall that's never going to listen. Of course, when we first joined the fandom, everything is just a bunch of firsts. We have our first friend group, we have our first fur meet, we have our first fur con and suit, and all of these really cool, amazing times. And it's great, it's wonderful that you can have these firsts and all of these new experiences, but you've seen this before. People get a little bit bogged down with trying to recapture those past glories. You know, that first FurCon is always going to be special because it's the first time you experienced it, and then people tend to try to recapture that, and suddenly all of the things they did at the first one, they try and do at the second, and then it's diminishing returns. You can't recapture that magic. You have to move forward. It's sort of like Quentin Tarantino and Pulp Fiction. Like, you hit it off great the first time and it's wonderful, but then you kept trying to recapture that magic and it didn't work. And it's only when you let go of that obsession over what you had that you can let the magic flow. We get things like Inglourious Basterds and Django Unchained, and that's a key part of this. I really enjoyed my first Confuzzled, but I also focused on my first MFF and other meets and other people and started thinking, right, what's the next amazing thing? Rather than how do I recapture the last amazing thing? So I've long maintained that the reason I make this stuff is because I enjoy it, and that is the truth. And I feel like the proof of that is that I'm still making this stuff. Too many of us come into this and just want the fame, just want the adoration, and want to do what other people have done that we admire them so much for. And that's okay. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that won't last long. Fame and popularity fade. They do not last forever. And you have to have these honest motivations and honest intentions if you want any longevity to it. And that counts as to whether it's artwork, videos, photos, whatever it is that you do. You need to be doing it for yourself and the love of creation, rather than the adoration you're going to get. I mean, hell, I would put it out there that I might just be the longest running furry YouTuber there is. And I might never reach 100k. Hell, I might never reach 50k. But I still enjoy this, which is why I still do it. I still love making this stuff and finding things to talk about. which is why I'm able to keep doing it. And if that's why you're doing things, you'll never go wrong. But you need to make sure that's why you're doing them. Object permanence is a big thing as well, especially when it comes to fursuits. So now a lot of us that do get the fursuit spend so much time and money waiting and saving up for this thing that when we get it, it's easy to believe that we have it and it's done and that's it forever. That's just not the fucking case, okay? This fursuit of mine is fairly old. It's a Franken suit and I've replaced parts here and there. The head is like over 8 years old and you have to realize that these things are going to wear out and you've got to change things. I changed the eyes and it led to a massive fucking improvement. The hands and the sleeves are new and this is my third set of hand paws because as you can see by these pictures, the old set was incredibly well made, but they just get worn out. You're using them a lot. This tail is now the oldest part on the suit. And even that is showing signs of sun bleaching. And these feet paws are great and wonderful. And my first pair was also good, but they were too small. And these ones are brilliant, but I do recognize that they will run out. And I've already got a third pair in the works. Updating the suit and recognizing that it's not going to last forever will stop you being so sad when you get your bald spots and your broken seams. And I mean, hell, I think this might be a really good example of a long-running suit that still looks pretty fucking good, even if I do say so myself. The final point I would like to make is a point that I feel like I've made a million times, but I'll make it a million more if it gets it across. You focus on what matters. We all come to this fandom looking for something, usually companionship, friendship, people that are like-minded individuals that we want to spend our time and life with. And that's great and that's wonderful and that's what you got to focus on. Fandom always changes. What people like changes from day to day. The things that are popular change all the time. So if that's why you're here, you won't be here for that long. But finding the right group of people, finding your found family, your tribe, that's what truly matters and that's what you want to focus on. I actually believe this is why some people end up leaving the fandom because they find it and then that's all they care about. And there is a balance to be found, but even that's not a bad thing. If you came here looking for something and you found it, then that's all you really need to care about. But I still managed to find a way to gel everything together, and that's how you're able to stick around. I don't have to care too much about the fandom. I can keep things in perspective and be like, it's a flavor, it's not the entire dish. I can enjoy it, but I'm not too attached to it because what I really care about, what really matters, is going to be there regardless. And I really hope that you all get to find something like that too. Thank you very much for watching. I hope these reasons made some sort of sense and hopefully they might even apply to you and help you stick around in this thing. We've all seen people that have kind of become a bit jaded with the fandom and a little bit like, oh, don't really care so much anymore. And that's not actually a bad thing. Sometimes we come at this thing at 100 and really we need to be at about 50. So you kind of need to scale things back just a little bit and that's perfectly okay. And people can do that and that's wonderful. But hopefully this will help people stick around for a bit longer and find what they really want in this thing and enjoy that. But thank you for watching. If you would like to help support us and the train that's ruining my fucking shot, then you can go and look on this link tree. I'm joking, there's nothing on that link tree for the train, but there is feet, so maybe go and check that out. And I'm being slightly more subtle. But I mean, come on, feet's pretty much my brand at this stage. But there's also the Patreon, which would, help us keep making stuff. Lots of exclusives on there, lots of exclusive Discord chats. There's even the exclusive video series and just some really cool stuff that allows you to support me and give me money, which is just lovely. So fucking good. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. That is it. I'm gonna go and kill that fucking train driver now. Jesus.